With the exploration of the fatherhood in this one, it does lead me to the question, Mama Toretto, who is she? And if we don't know yet, who could she be? Who would you want?
Been a long time, Dom. Little brother.
You guys explore, like, the blood bonds of family with this one. Why did you want to introduce your brother?
Fast and Furious has been synonymous with family. If you look in the dictionary for the word brotherhood, there's a picture of Dom Toretto and Brian O'Connor. As Dom enters into the realm of fatherhood, like we do in real life, we reflect on our own parents and our own father in hopes to be the best father that we can be. In reflecting on his father, which comes from a little scene in the first film.
That's my dad.
Where Dom is talking to Brian in the garage and explaining to him why a incredible car scares him. What we learn is that not only did he lose his father because of events around this car, but we uncover in this movie a broken brotherhood in the past. Fast and Furious has done well to challenge its own concept of family. The whole Jacob character was in service of Dom reflecting on his own imperfect father.
Jacob is Dom's brother.
What is it like being the antagonist part of the family?
I think it's awesome. I think it makes for a lot of creative storyline questions. Fast and its nucleus for all these films has been about family. But Dom's expression of family is open in that you don't have to have the last name to be accepted, loved, and trusted. And I think this is the first instance where you have to look at your bloodline in an uncomfortable manner, like the genuine definition of family, and see how dysfunctional and tense and uncomfortable it is. I really enjoy it.
Brother against brother. This should be interesting.
What did you look forward to most about getting to explore more of the blood family of the Torettos this time?
I think what's exciting about it is that it gives you a way to, it gave me a way to explore backstory and like the reason for the Torettos being the way they are, the family dynamics, the history, and I kind of want to go further into it. I mean, I think it's really interesting that Mia was in touch with Jacob for a little while he was away, you know, unbeknownst to Dom, and I think family dynamics are so interesting as they play out. Like, it's because, like, whatever happens, like, you cannot escape your family. Like, they're with you for life. So I think that's what makes for such interesting drama.
But could you kill him?
I have two brothers, you know, and so I think also being like an immigrant kid growing up, you know, the sense of family through shared experience is something that is very personal to me. So I thought, you know, it was great, you know, from 3 all the way to 6 to be able to kind of see our Fast family grow globally. But then being away, I realized we've never explored family through blood. And so for a 9th chapter to do something that we'd never done before, I felt like I couldn't pass that up because I know to do that, we're going to be able to also go back to the origins of the mythology. And so there were a lot of things that once that idea came, I thought, okay, you know, like this is one worth coming back. It's so different than all the others.
You always say never turn your back on family, but you turned your back on me.
What was it about John Cena that made him the right person to be that opposite to Vin?
Yeah, you know, I was so excited about the idea, and then the next thought was like, holy crap, who's going to play this character, you know? And I felt so lucky, you know, the first meeting I had with John, he came in and we started talking, and within 30 seconds, I'm like, that's our Jacob. He has siblings, so he understands it, and also just the way he is. He's fearless, humble, he could be relentless. All these things together, I just felt like he's the right person to bring in, you know, at this point to join us. And it was amazing. Once he showed up, he was very smart. He kind of kept some of it to himself, and Vin kept some of it to himself. And knowing both of them, I thought, wow, yeah, it's like they're really nice, but they're not nice right now. And I realized they were just kind of holding that until the confrontation, and they just let loose, and it was great. And that's when I felt like, okay, it was always meant to be.
I spent my entire life in your shadow. And now, you spend the rest of yours living in mine.
Fans are gonna be very excited to see some of those blanks filled in this movie. But one blank I have to ask you about, Mrs. Toretto. When are we going to find out who Dom and Jacob and Mia's mother is?
You know, it's interesting with Vin, we talk for years. We talk, you know, about, even when we're making movies, we'll be having conversations about Dom and the family, and most of it is not even what we're shooting, you know. And we've been talking a lot about Mrs. Toretto from the very beginning of coming back on for 9. So, you know, I feel like there's going to be a time and place to be able to reveal that.
When we dropped the first trailer at Super Bowl, the introduction of Dom having a brother asked a lot of questions. And the fact that people are asking more of those origin questions, as F9 does such a great job of crashing all of these loose narratives, Justice for Han and the introduction of a few other characters and some surprise appearances, it begins to tie up all of these to a definitive conversational end. And I think you have an interesting question, and that's something I would really like to know. So maybe we find out.
If you could fan cast your mom, I have some ideas, like a Raquel Welch, a Gloria Estefan. Like, who would you want to see?
That would be really cool. I would say, I was thinking Holly Hunter or Annette Bening would be really cool. Jane Fonda vibe. I just think like strong, so that she almost takes over that patriarch, that patriarchal role because of her like just vibe.
Mama Toretto. Who is she? And if we don't know yet, who could she be? If we had to fan cast the mother, the matriarch of this family tree, who would you want? I was like, I know you're laughing because you can't tell me, but I've got ideas.
No,
like Gloria Estefan.
No. On the contrary, I'm laughing because it's such an insightful question. It's the first time anyone has asked that question. I mean that. It's the first time anyone's asked that very natural question that's come up in so many story meetings for Fast 10. I will tell you, and I know I probably shouldn't say this, but before we get to Mother Toretto, we will get to Abuela. And the person that I'm so excited to talk about that role is Rita Moreno.
That was my dream. I have it written on my card, Rita as Abuela. Red ink is here. Listen, I'm a fan, Vin.
You're amazing. You're amazing.
I'm thrilled. Congratulations
Wait
on
a minute,
another
wait a
great
minute.
one.
Can I just do
Yeah, you
something?
take it.
I knew I was okay to tell you.